I want to go back. He wants to go back. I want to go back to the farm, far away from home, with a milk pail on my arm. I miss the rooster, the one that used to wake me up at 4 a.m. down on the farm.
I'm Scott Bain. They called me the old farmer. We all hear quite often that the world's going to end, film at 11, whether it's going to be that lose our electrical grid, whatever the case may be. But society will break down, and chances are your electric razor will not work, or you won't be able to get replacement blades for your disposable razor, which Mr. Gillette likes to call a safety razor. And they're about as safe as a bear trap in the wintertime. Now, you might want to go back to what was originally used, and it's actually safer than Mr. Gillette's razor, and that's called a straight edge razor. It looks dangerous, but actually it's a safer way of shaving because it's a bigger blade. Now, you can buy them used, but I would take them home and use bleach or hydrogen peroxide per instructions for sterilizing it. And then after the appropriate amount of time for sterilizing it, then you go through and rinse it off and dry it because they can rust, and bleach or the hydrogen peroxide may affect the metal in the blade. So you don't want to leave it on all day or anything, just long enough to disinfect it and wipe it off. But it's very simple. It's easy to use shaving-wise. This is what a straight edge razor looks like. And I couldn't figure out where to put the cotton picking blade to make it look good. There we go. We can put the razor right there. You get the idea of what they are. They look more dangerous, but really, I only cut myself once with a straight edge razor, and I don't know how many times I cut myself with Mr. Gillette's razor. So much safer using this once you get past the psychology of what it looks like. Now you can tell there's a little bit of rust on it, but I would date this razor blade back to the late 1800s, maybe the beginning of the 1900s. So it's really quite old, and I've had it for the longest time. Now, it's easy to sharpen a straight edge razor. You get yourself an Arkansas stone, maybe a 2000 grit or something. It doesn't have to be a big one. And you drag it, just lay it on the stone and drag it back. Don't push it forward like you most often sharpen a knife or something. Drag it back as if you're honing it. And you do it 30 times on each side. And I'm just slowly stropping it on the stone to get it sharpened. And as I said, you just leave it sitting on the stone. Let the angle be how the razor wants to set on the stone. They're all designed so that the back part of the razor sets the angle for sharpening the blade. But you could use a stone that isn't as fine as what this stone is. But I think you would do better with getting something like an artificial stone or an Arkansas stone that's 2,000, 3,000 grit. That way you're not leaving divots in the blade. It's a simple process. Now, if you check it, you can run your thumb over. Don't run it with the blade, run it across the blade. And of course, I'm checking to see if I can shave some hair off my hand. And yes, it's doing it. But yet, it's not quite where I want it to be for shaving purposes. So I'll go through it, and let's go sharpen it with a few more strokes on each side. Because the sharper the blade, the smoother the shave on it. And it isn't difficult to do whatsoever. And shaving is easy. You saw how I was taking the hair off my back of my hand. Well, that's the way you shave. Now, you don't shave dry. You might want to get yourself a nice big towel, not a bath towel, but a good sized hand towel. Soak it in hot, steamy water and cover your face with it so that it softens the beard and leave it there until it cools down a little bit. You put your soap on using the bowl, and you whip yourself up some suds and you put it on. But right now, I'm going through and I'm going to give it maybe about a 30 times with the hone. But with my sharpening stone, I can actually get it sharp enough to shave with and be very happy with it. Now, it's the wrong angle for me to do this stuff at. I need a different angle, but to do it so you guys can see it, I've set it up so it's easier for you to see. So it's a little awkward for me to do it. There, I changed the angle a little bit, and you can see I'm doing an easier job of working in the blade. But you just take your time on it, and I wish knives were built this way. You can't have knives built this way, but I wish you could. Now, in the original days, back when barbers were also surgeons, they used the straight edge razor for doing surgery with. So if you have an emergency situation, you can't get to a doctor, let's say you're sawing wood or something, and a tree comes down, you get a branch stuck in your arm or something, and you have to do some surgery to get it out, well, that straight edge razor blade can fill in for a scalpel. And you can sharpen it enough so it's sharper than a scalpel. It's just a very simple, rest the blade the way it wants to on the surface, and just drag it across. That's all you have to do. And when you get done, you'll have a very sharp, very, very sharp straight edge razor blade. Old Spice has a round plug of soap that can go in, and you just circle it around. This happens to be a shaving mug, or you could use a small mason jar for jam, but you put some water in. You could use, let's say, Ivory soap, Dove, the original Lux style soap, very creamy, very soapy. Cut a piece out, throw it in there with a little warm water, and just keep whipping it up until you get yourself some nice lather. And then you take the brush and smooth it over your face after you've steamed your face with a warm towel, and you will find that you will have a very satisfying shave. And after the first couple of 3 times, you'll really learn how to shave with it. You'll get your confidence in it, and you'll realize it's actually safer than the disposable razors. Well, this is the old farmer, Scott Bain, saying, "Be well."
Got new content every Tuesday and every Friday. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, otherwise we'll see you next time on The Build Show.
Down on the farm.